Okay. All right. I get it. I understand why DeJounte Murray is considered a fan favorite and why Derrick White is overly looked upon. I have to be completely real with you. I finally understand it because these answers that Derrick White gave has to be the most boring, generic answers I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, and don't get me wrong, Derrick White is a guy that's low-key. He doesn't go into the media. He's not really on social media like that. So I understand it, okay? It's probably part of his personality, but I have to be completely real. Joshua Primo, someone who I think is charismatic. I did a video in which I was reacting to the breakfast that he had with Joe Weezy. And last live stream, I said the same thing. These are boring, generic answers. I hate this whole media cycle in which players can't say much. I hate it so much. It's like you can't say anything unless you're a huge superstar. Even then, sometimes some stuff you get in trouble for. But this right here, man, this is just boring. Okay, but let's go ahead and go into it. Let's just see if there's anything interesting that we can get out of this. Now, before we get started, there's a few keywords that every single one of these interviews you use. Okay, it's always I have to learn. It's always I have to grow. It's always I have to compete. And it's always I have to work. All right. Those are like the 4 magic words that every single player use in any interview, any AMA, anything. Okay. And it's so terrible. All right. Let's just get into it. What advice lessons has Tim Duncan taught you? This should be interesting. Just seeing TD, he's always in the facility working out. If he has that mindset when he's retired, I can only imagine what it was like when he was in his playing days. Just knowing the work ethic, he still has is super motivating to see. All right, that was great. All right, this one. Do you have any favorite locker room stories? And he said, for me personally, it was the way my teammates embraced me after I scored 36 in the playoffs from LA to DeMar. Everyone was showing support. That's not what that fan was looking for. Really, that was not what that fan was looking for. We know that, I mean, that's just basically saying this was your favorite game, okay? This was your best game. We know that this was your best game, and we know that players embraced you after the game. This person says favorite locker room stories. He wants to know, like, I don't know, the time LA came out with no towel on, and then DeMar checked him and made fun of him and teased. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm making up stories now. But they weren't looking for this. Okay, that's just, oh my God. All right. I love this. Best thing about San Antonio. The people. What was your motivation or drive to be the best player you can be? My dad always told me dare to be great, just to compete. Oh, that's one of our words. And to be the best that I can be in whatever I do is an important mindset. That always drives me. Okay, that's fine. That's a fine one. Okay, his dad's his motivation. Okay, maybe some people didn't know that. All right, what are your pregame jams? He likes J. Cole, Drake, and Polo G. Honestly, I really love me some Polo G. Okay, before work, listen to Polo. Look, anybody out there, you working out, trying to lose some weight? Look, I lost like 110. No, wait, that's fake. No, I lost like 90 pounds. And yeah, Polo G definitely helped me, so I understand that one. All right, what's this one? Who on the Spurs roster do you feel like will take, oh my gosh, I cannot read, the biggest leap this season and possibly surprise everyone? And this is, once again, a safe and boring answer. A lot of guys, DJ, Keldon, Lonnie, we have a bunch of guys that aren't well known but are ready to make a leap. We have a bunch of guys that might have a really good year. That I could have answered that. Okay. Honestly, I mean, I know that you don't want to single out one player, but this could have been an easy thing. Like, man, I don't know. That's such a tough one, but I've been talking to Lonnie a lot. He's been saying he's going to make the biggest leap, or he's going to make a big leap. And man, I believe Lonnie can do it. And DJ and Keldon are also pretty great. But I mean, this whole thing is just generic. He just don't want to get in any trouble. I guess I understand. I don't know. What is the hardest obstacle you have ever faced in your basketball career? Okay, this might actually be good. Coming out of high school was tough because I didn't have a lot of offers. I was trying to figure out if I was even going to play basketball. Having D2, we actually knew this already, right? Most of us knew this. Having D2 schools tell me I wasn't good enough has always been motivating. It gives me a chip on my shoulder. I was small back then, so that was a big reason. Just keep believing in yourself. Okay. This is something that I already knew. I feel like this has been another interview, Derrick White, early on, and he did say this. So I kind of knew this one. This one is interesting for people that didn't know this. Okay, that's not necessarily a generic answer. That's an honest answer. All right, who would you say has been the most difficult player for you to guard in the NBA? Now this is a good one. Okay, they're all good. Oh my God. Do we just have the safest players ever? Okay, I don't even feel like you would get in trouble for this one. Right? Every player has answered this at one point in their career. Kobe, I think Tim Duncan was asked this before. He gave a player, I know Shaq, they're all good. Okay, yeah. So he said Harden, Dame, and KD are my top 3. Steph is up there too. They're shooting from half court. It's ridiculous. All right, so he basically just named like every great 3-point shooter. All right, what do you think about your 2K ratings? Okay, this should be good. I'm not a fan of it, but I don't play 2K, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm a FIFA MLB The Show fan. Really? He's an NBA player and doesn't play 2K. Dude, look at those veins. That's so... Wow. Okay. All right. What advantages over one and dones did you earn by staying in college for 4 years? Okay, that's actually a good one, Witty. Okay. For me, I had to stay the whole time because I didn't have many chances to make it to the league if I hadn't stayed to work on my game. Keep working and developing. Those are words, huh? Then good things will happen. So I actually think this is a good answer. Okay, this is a fine answer. I'm not mad at that. And that is actually our last one. So what did we learn today about Derrick White? Not much. I mean, at least for me, I didn't. I'm sure you guys, maybe you took something from this and you said, oh, okay, now I know more about Derrick White. Me, I didn't learn much. Most of this I already knew. Just his dad's situation. I didn't know that his dad was huge inspiration on him or whatever, or his biggest inspiration. I didn't know. I mean, does it matter? Not really. But yeah, so overall, he gave very generic answers to most of these 2K ratings. He doesn't even play 2K. Who's the most difficult player to guard? Every single player in the NBA. Yeah, this was just not that much fun, okay? It just wasn't that much fun. And this one is probably the one I'm the most difficult, or not difficulty. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This one right here is probably what I found the most disappointing. That's what I meant. Do you have your favorite locker room stories? And then he basically just says, oh yeah, when I scored 36 in the playoffs and people embrace me. That's not a locker room story. That's just having a good game. That happens every time a player has a good game. Okay. I don't know. That's not even a story. All right, I'll give it to you guys later, man. Oh, wait. Before I do that, also, if you want to become a patron, it's only $2 per month. I'm doing giveaways now. I'm going to try to give away 2K at the end of the month, man. So, yeah. So, if you want to join Patreon, link is in the description. I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time. Woo, that was boring.